Scott, I've actually heard that you separate out and dedicate specific teams for your disruptive innovations. Tell me how you make disruptive innovation real at a large company like Intuit. How do you keep it alive? How do you keep it thriving? How do you keep it going with so many people, with such a massive organization?
When I get that figured out, I'll tell you.
You've done pretty well.
No, I think it's tough in a large company, particularly a large, successful company. Success, I heard someone say, success makes you stupid. That doesn't make the individual stupid, but it makes the organization behave in a set of habits that Clay chronicled, a set of habits of people doing good things, not doing stupid things, doing things for reasons that they're taught by their boss, taught in business school. And my belief is you really can't you can fool yourself into thinking you can reform the hierarchy, but you're fooling yourself. Hierarchies in successful organizations work the way they work. So you have to remove the decisions from the hierarchy. One way to do that is to pick up the disruptive unit and move it to a different office or a different state, as IBM did, starting their PC operation in Boca Raton. That's one way. Another way is, particularly if you're trying to enable lots of people to feed and foster new ideas, not just a select group that you move, you need to move the decision-making on what projects people move forward, particularly at the raw experimental stage, out of the hierarchy to enable your newest people, your people with the most unpopular ideas, to test their ideas without having to get the buy-in from the bosses. If you're truly going to try the things that are truly disruptive and truly different, they're not going to emerge or be allowed by the hierarchy. So what we're working is on how do you move the decision-making to the experimenter, not to the hierarchy. To liberate people so that, the system we use to help develop these ideas was built by 2 employees who'd been at the company 4 months. They looked at the way we processed ideas and said, well, that sucks. We can do better. And so the 2 of them built a system that's kind of a combination of Facebook meets Yelp that allows any employee to launch a new idea in about 4 minutes, have anyone else comment, have people volunteer, debate, improve, have teams self-form, because we give people unstructured time where they can pick what they want to work on for a percentage of their workday, have teams form all without management being involved. No management buy-in needed, no managers there. And then take those ideas and move them, when we're at our best, move them into test, again, without having to get management buy-off. The last piece I'll add is our one hurdle, one speed bump was the legal department. You had to get legal sign-off. Well, legal department, because of our focus on enabling our newest people to be able to run rampant experiments, have now a set of guidelines that if you meet any of these sets of guidelines, they say, don't talk to legal.
Add to that, Clay. Add to that what he said.
Well, here's a way that I framed it for my students this year, which has really been a revelation to me. So I'm a religious guy, and I explained that I am. And I said, in Christianity, there are 2 different kinds or ways to frame who God is. And the minority view that God exists inside the universe. And he can do all of these remarkable things because inside the universe, he understands all of the rules and laws and forces. And because he understands them perfectly, he can do remarkable things. And the other view, which is the majority view God like as Zeus. And the question is, in the first one, are the laws of physics subordinate to God, or is God subordinate to the laws of physics, And this view is that God actually sits above the universe, and if he wills something to be so, it is so. We actually see the same framing of CEOs. And so some people think that they sit above the universe, and they just have to sit in their room and say, and if they will it, it is so, And other people view that, no, I actually work inside the company. And if I'm going to be a powerful executive, I need to understand how the organization works so that you don't get caught up by believing something that it is not so, you know. And I think that's actually, he would never admit this, but one of the things I admire so much about Scott is he understands the laws of the business very, very well. And so he can harness this understanding of how it works to make remarkable things happen.